Hi, I'm Betsy Barbieux, and this is CAM Matters. Come join us today as we talk about the upcoming YES Yearly Educational Summit, August 10th and 11th in Leesburg. And our theme this year is Sun, Fun, and Learn. So be prepared to dress in theme. Come join us.
Welcome to CAM Matters, Condos, Co-ops, HOAs, and beyond. Betsy Barbieux is an informational leader in Florida on community association living, rights, and obligations. She is an expert on the rights and obligations of owners as well as the association. If you live or are planning to live in the state of Florida, there's a good chance you'll be part of a community association. And by the end of this show, you'll know a little bit more about community associations and why they matter.
And welcome to another show. We're so glad that you're here. I'm Suzanne Lynn with Betsy Barbieux. Hi, Betsy. How are you?
Hey, Suzanne. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Great to see you. This is always one of my most favorite videos for us to do each year. This is about the YES conference. Let's dive in and talk about what YES stands for.
Yes.
And talk about the dates and everything all the wonderfulness people are going to experience.
The YES is the Yearly Educational Summit, and it will be August 10th and 11th. That's a Thursday and a Friday, 10th and 11th of August this summer in Leesburg at the Venetian Center. And a lot of you have been there the last 2 years, so we'll have a fabulous venue and great food. Miss Debbie's going to cook for us again, so I'm looking for some chocolate chip cookies. And
that's the thing. I mean, look, you get a lot of learning done there, but the food is amazing.
The food is the big draw.
I thought that's what YES stood for. Yes, I'll take one of
Yes,
everything.
I'll take one of each of the kinds of cookies. But what's also great, I mean, there are going to be some great things about this year's event. Those who were there last year and maybe even the year before knew that there was construction going on next door. And our Ski Beach restaurant is now open. So our social hour will be at the Ski Beach restaurant. So all we'll have to do is walk across the parking lot.
Beautiful.
And let me just go on and give a promo. Our sponsor for the social hour is BAM of Volusia County. And for those of you who don't know what BAM is, it's Building and Apartment Managers of Volusia County. And they are the most terrific group of managers and business partners over on that side of the state, Volusia County. And a whole crew of them come every year, whether they need to or not. And so this year they have opted to sponsor our social hour. So thank you, BAM of Volusia County.
That is incredible. You know, you started out strong with your first YES, and it just keeps building steam and momentum. And now people are coming not because they have requirements to fulfill, but because the information that they because I've been there, I've seen it. The networking is out of this world.
It's fabulous. And
let's just talk about the networking for now.
The networking is awesome. And what is so good about it is that managers teach managers. I mean, I allow a lot of break time and conversation time so that they can talk with each other and solve their own problems, which I think is great.
Right.
But let me also mention secondly, the platinum sponsor is Vice Painting, and this is their third or fourth year in a row or maybe more, that they have been my platinum sponsor. So thank you, Vice Painting, for your continued support. Gene Ponder will be attending the event, and he'll be there to answer a lot of your questions during break times. And we're just very, very glad to have them sponsor.
Yeah.
So
it's nice to have their sponsors come back.
Yeah, and it's really good. And so when the painting needs come up, whether it's stucco repair, painting, pressure washing, any of those kinds of things, Vice Painting, I'm going to give them a plug. You need to give them
good. They deserve it. Well deserved. Thank you. Thanks for being a loyal friend to Betsy and to CAM. So the other thing that I noticed about the different YES conferences is that you have a wide variety of topics.
Yes.
And people that are coming in, but they're always experts in their field.
They
Who are we
are,
looking at
and
this year?
this round, every 2 years, my facilitators change. Every 2 years, the course material changes. Managers don't want credits in the same course material year after year after year after year. So every 2 years, which is our licensing period, I changed the course material, so I changed the facilitators. And this year, I am happy to announce that Catherine Hurst Miller, attorney from the Volusia County area, will be our legal update presenter. So she will facilitate that discussion, and that'll be on day one. I'm still working with her as to what time. So we may have the legal update first, or we might have it in the middle of the day, or we might have it at the end of the day. It really isn't going to matter, because the other facilitator for day one is me. So we will interrupt me as the facilitator anytime that Catherine is able to be there that day.
So what kind of things is she going to speak to? What type of legal issues?
The legal update is more or less dictated by what changed in the legislation for the year. There were significant changes last year, and they've been amended. Those significant changes have been amended for this year. So she'll be catching us up on the requirement for the building inspections, the reserve studies, the structural integrity reserve studies, and any of the other things that impacted us in the condominium, cooperative, and homeowner association industry. So we'll have her there for our required legal update. And I'm still waiting to see what the state is going to require to have in that course material. We have the course material approved from the legislation last year, which is part of what we will present, but I'm waiting to see exactly what the state's list is for us providers. But Catherine will be able to speak to any of those topics that have to do with the insurance concerns in industry, the roofing, the SEERS, the structural integrity reserve studies, the regular reserve studies, the milestone inspections that are required for buildings that are 3 stories and higher, and the changes that they've made there. So she will be looking at all of that. Then on day 2, we have, I think, a nice different list of facilitators from different parts of the state. And what I have is on reserve studies and the new law. A lot of it centers around all of the new law from last year and this year is what a lot of this centers on. So we'll have Matt Queasley from Reserve Advisors. He's in the Tampa office. He will be coming over to do a facilitated session on reserves. Mitch Drimmer, that is known throughout the state from South Florida, from Axle Technologies, he will be coming up from the Miami area to do a facilitated session on collections. Joe Casalese, who we did a show with a year or so ago, is going to be coming to speak to us about roof bids and bidding and specifications. Roofs are a big topic right now. And very popular with managers are Phil Massey and Nagar Sharifi from Assured Partners over in Maitland. They will be coming to join us and do a facilitated session on insurance and all the new law and everything there. So as most people who attend know, day 2 are 4 facilitated roundtable sessions. So everybody gets to hear each of the speakers and ask questions. Our facilitators don't bring PowerPoint presentations. They come here to talk, and they come here to answer questions and give you the most updated information that you need. So there's a lot of movement on day 2 to keep everybody awake. Chocolate chip cookies kind of in between there, and some breakfast and lunch. We got to get the food.
You're not going to leave hungry.
No. But there's
Betsy, I was just going to say, I love the fact that, you are right up to date with the new laws and legislation and things that are changing. You're right on the cutting edge of knowing where things landed this year and where they're heading.
Well,
That's so
we're
important.
having to keep up. And, there are a lot of other experts out there who are doing webinars and all sorts of things, trying to keep us up to date with the information. But this will be a chance to actually just literally rub elbows with people who really know, and they'll be able to talk with you and answer your questions and kind of hang out with you for the day.
Absolutely. You know what? Let's take a break, and I want to come back and I want to talk a little bit more about the importance of being in person. We'll be right
Okay.
back.
Are you ready for a new career? Do you have skills or interest in management, real estate, construction, maintenance, accounting, strategic planning, project management, budgets, human resource management, lawn and landscaping, pool services, or any other expertise needed to operate a community association? If you do, community association management could be for you. For more information, feel free to email Betsy at betsy@floridacamschools.com or visit the Florida Cam Schools website at www.floridacamschools.com. Florida Community Association Management continues to grow. Career opportunities abound.
And welcome back to CAM Matters. I'm Suzanne Lynn with Betsy Barbieux. And we were just talking about the YES conference that's being held in August. What number is this? How many of you had so far?
I don't know,
5?
7, 8, 9.
Okay.
Because before COVID, I was hosted by communities in their clubhouses.
Oh, that's right.
So,
Yes.
so
Yes.
this will be, I believe, the third year here at the Venetian Center, and the year before that, it was here at the office, and then 3 or 4 years
In
before
different
that,
community
I was
Yeah.
over in Kissimmee and in Daytona a couple of times at Peck Plaza, Towers 10, Ormond Heritage. So probably 7 or 8 years that we've been doing it.
Yeah.
But as it's turned out, the Venetian Center here in Leesburg's pretty much the dead center part of the state.
Right.
And so long as you don't use your GPS to try to get here, it's usually about 2 turns from anywhere in the state. But if you use your GPS, they're going to take you all through the villages and to get here. But there's pretty much on any major highway, it's only 2 turns to get to Leesburg.
And it's such a beautiful facility too.
It is. It is.
The thing we were talking about before the break is the energy and the importance of actually meeting in person and not having PowerPoints. These are not snoozing, meetings. They're sitting down, man. They're sharing their stories real and raw.
Mm-hmm.
They're there to answer your questions. And it's a light, friendly, deeply informative session every time.
And did I show you the picture? I don't know if I can get it up here or not on here. It's also informal.
Okay. Betsy, you nailed it. You nailed it.
Our theme is Sun, Fun, and Learn. So come casual. And some people dress in costume casual.
I'm wondering, I know we met a gentleman last year who was very outgoing, and I'm going to guess that he's going to come dressed just like that poster.
I have several that I can guarantee you will come dressed like that.
That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah, so it's casual and informal. But with COVID, everybody has gotten used to webinars and Zoom. But I tell you that you are missing out in not having face-to-face personal conversations with people.
Amen.
And until you've experienced it, you don't know the difference.
Right.
And we're going to have a whole generation of managers that grow up in the industry who've never been to a live meeting of any kind before. They do everything online. And I just tell you, you're missing out.
Yes.
Oh,
Absolutely. So I was going to say, I know that you have a lot of repeats. People
I do.
really, I think that you had said that people are actually sometimes rewarded with this, right? This is a reward for some people to be able to come here from their company. What about, oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I do have people, managers who will come every year, even though they only need to come every other year.
Right,
But
right.
because the exchange of information is so good, they just sign up and come every year.
It's such deep, saturated information. I want to speak to the person who thinks, oh man, that'd be cool to be there, but I'm nervous. I've never been there before. What would you say to that person?
Oh, get over it. Come on.
Right over.
Yeah.
You're still not going to be by yourself.
The
Yeah.
whatever you have sitting on your desk is still going to be sitting on your desk when you get back. So, you should, as a professional, you should be getting paid time off to come to continuing education class. So
Mhm,
it's a professional development day. So you should be able to take off work and come without having to dip into your vacation or your sick time.
I
But the
think that
other
makes
thing,
a
I
lot of
don't
sense.
don't want to leave without talking about my sponsors. I have all
Yes.
my sponsor spots filled.
Woo!
Yay, yay. And I'm going to read them here so I don't forget anybody. But of
Beautiful.
course, Vice Painting is my platinum sponsor. And we just can't thank you enough for that support. That allows us to have the fabulous building that we have, the venue. So thank
Yeah.
you for Vice Painting. Also, our gold sponsor is Valley Bank. And silver sponsor coming all the way from South Florida is Peyton Bolin, Jane Bolin, the attorney from South Florida. She is coming up. She can't
Wow.
wait to be here and to
Great.
participate with us as our silver sponsor. And of course, we always have the Journal as our media sponsor. So thank you, Richard and Michael, for all your support. And thank you for letting me continue to write for you every month.
Mm.
Also, our breakfast sponsor for day one is Centennial Bank. They're back again. Also, breakfast sponsor day two, they're back again as Stone Claims Group. And Stone, let's see, they've changed their name. Tara, forgive me. But Stone Claims Group has changed their name, but they'll be back, and so they'll be here. Our lunch sponsor for both days is Encore Bank, and thank you for that for both days for lunch. And I already mentioned our social sponsor, that is BAM of Volusia County. So I just am overwhelmed. And if you still want to sponsor, I'll make a spot for you. So,
Yeah, that's right.
you can pay for the chocolate chip cookies. But
There's always room for more sponsors, right?
But I'm just delighted that the sponsor spots are all filled. And let's see.
Betsy, that speaks to people wanting to be associated with you and what you're putting out.
Yeah. And let's see, let me think. Encore Bank, they attended last year, but they're sponsoring this year, so they're new. Peyton Bolin is new. And BAM, those members come all the time to the event, and they're the ones most likely to dress in costume.
Okay.
But they have stepped up this time and are sponsors this time. So Valley's a repeat, Centennial's a repeat, Vice is a repeat, Stone is, the Journal. So I've got repeat sponsors, and I can't thank you enough, because it allows us to have the venue and the food.
Absolutely. I wouldn't have really understood the mix of, okay, we'll say sun and fun,
Sun and
but the
fun.
mixture of information and relaxed fun,
Yeah.
if I hadn't experienced it
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah. You
I
came
can really
last
say
year,
that, but
and
yeah, it was cool.
mhm.
It was great.
It's a nice event. The and again, I don't know if it's a generational thing, if it's a COVID thing, but people who used to always go to classes know what it's like to go to classes, and they know the exchange of information. People who maybe are younger and are more used to doing things online and webinars and things like that, I don't know how else to say. I've already said it a time or two. You really don't know what you're missing until you try one. And then I think you'll be back. I promise you, you will not be called on to read, pray, or answer questions out loud. You're not going to be called on to do anything like that. You can sit there silently and listen to all the other people's questions and all of the other information of the facilitators, or you can chip in and ask questions. And last but not least, let me just speak just a minute about day one. Catherine Hurst-Miller is going to be our facilitator for the legal update. I am going to be the facilitator for the rest of the day. And we are going to be talking about the very popular topic of communication styles. So we will be giving each manager an opportunity to profile themselves and to find their preferred communication style. And there is no good or bad communication style. So we're not going to be looking at anything that's wrong with you. We're going to be, you are going to assess your own communication style. And then we're going to learn how to use some of that information. And you probably will learn how to communicate better with the people you came with, the people that you work with, and the people that you live with. And all of us have that one family member that's way out there somewhere, and we just wonder where they came from. And you might actually get an idea now of how to communicate with them.
Yes. I think that's a lone well worth coming to the class. All right. So how do people sign up? Where do they sign up? How fast do they have to? All the details.
People started signing up in January. As soon as I put it on the website, they started signing up. So we have a really big room, so I doubt that we'll run out of room, but you do want to go on and reserve your seat. You can go to the website, floridacamschools.com. and sign up. The price has been $199 for the last 8 years. It's never gone up, and thank you, sponsors. That way I don't have to go up on the price. And now it includes 2 breakfasts, 2 lunches, and some alcoholic or non-alcoholic beverage ticket for social hour on Thursday night.
That is wonderful. Okay, one more time, the website, or can they call you if they've got questions?
You can call 352-326-8365. You can email me, Betsy, at floridacamschools.com, or go to the website and sign up.
Betsy, have such a great time this year. Thank you for talking and sharing more about the YES conference. Love it. Hopefully we'll get some more footage and some video of the actual conference happening. And there is a video that you can refer to if you want to kind of get an idea of the spirit of what YES was like last year.
Yes. Last year we taped some comments from attendees, and it's up on the CAM Matters YouTube channel.
I think you'll really like it. Thank you. Thanks, Betsy. Have a great day. And if you have any questions, let Betsy know. Contact her, and hopefully you'll join up for YES. Have a great day.
Okay. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you for listening to CAM Matters. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. For more information, feel free to email Betsy at betsy@floridacamschools.com or visit the Florida Cam Schools website at www.floridacamschools.com. Information provided on this show is general in nature and does not constitute legal advice. Please contact a licensed attorney for your specific situation.